friends and welcome to Obsidian Soft. Today I will teach you how to make a face recognition app in MIT App Inventor. As you can see in the demo, I can register people's photos with their names. Later, I can check live if the person whose photo I've taken is among the registered individuals. So let's begin. First of all, we need to make a free account on face++.com, and I will give this link in the video description too. So click on Start Free and click on Sign Up for Face++. Now remember that this free account has a limited usage plan, which is enough for school or college projects. The goal today is to show you a practical MIT App Inventor project with API integration with Face++. However, if you want to use it professionally and make a proper student or employee attendance system with many users, then I would recommend getting a proper billing plan from Face++, okay? Provide username, email address and password and click on Send. Enter CAPTCHA. Email will be sent, get code from there and enter it. And then check this box and click on Sign Up. Fill up more info. Mobile app. Provide your country. Click on Start. We need to provide our phone number, okay? So this is to protect our account, okay? So just provide your number here. Click on Get API Key, okay? And this is my API key here, okay? So you need to copy it. And I'll just copy it here. And we have an API secret there too, so we need that too. So just view it and then copy it and paste it here. Please get your own API key and secret, as I will be deleting my API key after this video. Once you have your API key and secret and you have it copied and pasted somewhere safe, we need to download a few extensions. This extension is for converting images to base64. We have used it before too. Just scroll down and download the AIX file. Click on Keep. And we need another extension for resizing our images to reduce their size, as Face++ has a 2 MB limit on the image size. So again, scroll down and download the AIX file, okay? It will be automatically downloaded, okay? And now open up MIT App Inventor, go to Projects, start a new project. Let's call it Face Recognition App. Keep the toolkit default, click on OK. Go down on the left, click on Extension, and then click on Import Extension, and then choose the files, the two files that were downloaded. So the base64 one, click on Import. Again, click on Import Extension, choose File and the image one. Click on Import. Once they have been imported, you need to drag and drop them onto the viewer here so that they become a part of your project. Now in Screen 1's properties, make Align Horizontal Center, Align Vertical Center, and make the screen orientation portrait. Now from the user interface palette, drag and drop an image component onto the viewer. Below this image component, we need a horizontal arrangement, okay? And in its properties, make Align Horizontal and Align Vertical both center. The height should be 10% and the width fill parent. Inside this horizontal arrangement, I'm going to put a text box for entering our name. So I'm going to rename it to name text, font bold, font size 20. Okay. And on its right, I'm going to put a button. Rename this button to register button. Make the background color green. Click on save, font bold, font size 20. Okay. And I'm going to change the text to register. Okay. Select this button and duplicate it by pressing Ctrl C, Ctrl V on the keyboard for Windows or Command C, Command V for Mac OS. And now select the duplicated button and drag it down below the horizontal layout. Okay. And rename this one to check button. And I'm going to just change the text on it to check photo. Okay. Below this button, I'm going to add a label for showing results to the user. So I'm going to rename this one to result label and font bold, font size 22. Okay. And I'm going to remove all text from it. Okay. Now we need to add from storage a TinyDB for storing our registered photos. Okay. And from user interface, I need to add a notifier for showing any error messages. Okay. And from connectivity, I need a web component for talking with the Face++ API, and we need a camera component for taking pictures, for registering or for comparing from the media palette. Okay. The screen design is done. So let's go to the block section. Here, first we are going to make some global variables. Okay. So the first global variable is a list for storing our registered photos. Okay. So it will be containing a list of image parts, okay, not the actual images. Now keep that in mind. We have been working with the camera component in photos before too. So this will be maintaining a list of image parts. Okay. Now we need another global variable. This is a Boolean variable. A Boolean variable can contain only two values, true or false. And this is for differentiating between whether we are registering a photo or comparing a photo, checking a photo. So in the beginning, the registration case is always true. Okay. We also need a global variable for storing the captured photo for comparison. So this is just an empty text block in the beginning. And right-click duplicate, we need a current index variable with the initial value of 0. This is for knowing where we are in the list of registered photos when we are comparing them one by one. Okay. Now we need the global variables for our API key and secret. So I can right-click duplicate, make this API key, right-click, duplicate, and this is now my API secret. Okay. And I had copied them here. So API key in the API key slot and the secret in the secret slot. Okay. When the screen is initialized, we need to load any pictures that have been already registered, any photos, okay? So get the screen once initialize event, and here just hover over it to get the set block for our registered photos list. And we are going to call TinyDB get value procedure, okay, with a tag. And I'm going to use just a simple tag, photos. Make sure that you use the same tag when saving the photos, okay? And value, if tag is not there, is just an empty list. So this will be the scenario if we are using the app for the first time, okay? There will be no registered photos in the TinyDB. Now we have two buttons, the register button, click event, and the check button. So both have similar code. The only difference is that in register button, we are going to check that the user has entered something in the name, okay? We need a name to be stored with each registered photo, okay? So from control, get the if then else block, and from logic, get the not block, from text, get the is empty block, and if I click on name text, I can get the text for it to get the text inside name text. So if it is not empty, then I'm going to proceed with the registration. Otherwise, I'm going to use my notifier to show an alert, okay? Please enter name for registering photo, okay? If all is well, the user entered a name, then we should go ahead with the registration process. So we are going to make sure that our is register Boolean variable is set to true. And then we are going to call camera to take a picture, okay? Right click, duplicate, okay? And this, I'm just going to change it to check button. And the only difference is that we do not need to check for name text. We can just bring the setting of is register variable, but make sure that you set it to false now and you call camera take picture, okay? Now, the take picture procedure always triggers the camera's after picture event, but before that, I'm just going to make an empty procedure. So click on procedures, get the first type, and I'm going to call it check next person, okay? I'm going to fill it up later. So now get the camera's after picture event, and as you know, it can be triggered by the check button or the register button, okay? But in both cases, what we want to do is that we want to set our image component to the picture that has been just taken with the camera. So set image.picture to the image path. So this is an image path, okay? The path to the image on your device, okay? This is not the actual image. And then I am going to call my extension, use it to resize the image. So if I go down, I have this resize image, and that takes in a path too. So hover over image to get that, and I am going to, on the safe side, to make sure that the resulting image is less than 2 MB, I'm going to give it a max width of 600, right click, duplicate, and the max height of 602. So this will result in a smaller image, okay? Now we can differentiate between the two scenarios of registering and checking. So from control, get the if then else block, and from variables, get the get block, and we just check for is register, because it will either have a true value or a false value. So if it is true, then this means we need to register. Otherwise, we have to check the photo. Okay. So in case of registration, what we're going to do is we are just going to add the image and the name, the image path and the name to our list of registered photos. So from lists, get the add items to list block. And the list is our registered photos list, and the item is a join of 3 things. So I'm going to click on the cogwheel to add another string to it. Okay. The first slot will contain the name text, that is the name entered by the user. Then I'm going to put a text block with a pipe symbol in it. Okay. I need to use something that doesn't normally come inside a name. Okay. Because I will be splitting it up on the basis of this symbol. Okay. So use something that you are sure will not be coming in a name. Okay. So name text and then pipe and then the image. So I can right click and duplicate. Okay. So that goes in. And since we have made a change in our registered photos list, we need to save it back in TinyDB. So from TinyDB, get the store value procedure and remember the tag that we are using. Okay. So I can right click, duplicate, bring it down. This is just to avoid spelling mistakes. I cannot stress it enough how important the tag is, and the value to store is our registered photos list. Okay. So we are storing the registered photos against the tag photos. Okay. Now, just to inform the user that the registration was successful, what we can do is that we use the notifier to show an alert. Okay. You can right click, duplicate the text block and say something like this, that photo registered successfully. And then what we can do is that we can empty our name text so that we don't have to delete it all the time whenever we want to make a new registration. So this one, okay, and we just make it an empty text block. Okay. So this is the scenario of registration. Now in the else condition, we know that is register is false. It is not true. So this means that we need to check the photos. Here, first of all, I'm going to set my captured photo, the variable that I made for storing the picture for comparison, to the image. So I can duplicate it from here. Okay. And then I am going to set my result label. So set text to checking picture. Okay. And then I am going to set my current index. Okay. Because we need to start now comparing the captured photo with the registered photo. So we are always going to start with the first photo in the list. So 1. And then I'm going to call the procedure, which is at the moment empty, but don't worry, we will be filling it soon. Check next person. So we have set the index to 1 and we have called check next person. I will stop the video here and I will complete the face recognition app in the next video. I hope you are liking the tutorial so far. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss the final video for this app. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and goodbye.